Ogun State Television (Ogtv) commenced operations on the 25th of December 1981 as a Christmas gift to the people of Ogun State under the leadership of Chief Victor Olabisi Onabanjo as the governor of Ogun State. The task of construction of the studio and office complex, as well as the installation of transmission equipment and takeoff of the station, was given to a task force headed by Mr. Kola Bangbelu with a pioneer team of 8 professionals. Ogtv began transmission on the 25th December 1981 at a temporary base in rooms 410 and 411 Ogun State Hotel, Abeokuta, before it finally moved to its present site at Television Village, Kilometer 9, Olabisi Onabanjo Way, Ajebo Road, Abeokuta, on May 13, 1982, transmitting on channel 25 UHF.
It's very fortunate that those that I co-opted into the task force, they were highly dedicated. We started with less than 10 members of staff. I remember Ayinde Suleiman, I remember Elesin, I remember Dada, I remember so many, Kila Show, Baba Odebi, our maintenance specialist. They all cooperated with me because they knew that we must succeed. If we are having this station about 9 kilometers from Abeokuta Township, we must have Ogtv village, and that was the first television village in Nigeria. And he gave me the fund. Go and build Ogtv village. But I know that if I were to be inviting contractors to come and build this station, you know our geographical setup. One must come from Egbado, one from Remo, one from Egba, and so on. So I just told the international generics, which was responsible for building the main station, that you are going to build this village for us. You are going to build the initial buildings. You are going to put up the initial buildings. They said they will not touch it. They will not touch anything less than 50,000 per unit. But I told them, you really have to touch it, because if I bring in contractors here, the security of the building, of the equipment you are bringing here, would be jeopardized, could be jeopardized. And then reluctantly they agreed. And this was how we put up the Ogtv village for approximately 150,000 naira at that time. 30,000 per bungalow.
Since its inception, Ogun State Television has been managed by seasoned professionals. They are Mr. Boye Shobodu, Chief Yomi Onabolu, Engineer Kehinde Elesin, Chief Jare Dada, Prince Segun Olaleye, Alhaji Ayinde Shuaga. All the general managers contributed their quota to the development of the station. Some of the general managers give insight into the situation of things in the days as general manager.
Plan for a small transmitter, about a 2 kilowatt television transmitter. Then plan for a small mast. Then we were using 2 rooms from the Ogun State Hotel. Room 210 and 211. One for presentation and announcement and purposes, and the other as newsroom.
I was busy with the program that I was handling. I think the governors along the line said only 3 people should move from OGBC to Ogtv, and I think he named them for the then director of MD, Director of Task Force, Mr. Kola Bangbelu. Then myself, Ayinde Suleiman, and Mrs. Shamupunle moved to Ogtv from OGBC to join 4 other people who came from various media organizations. And that was the nucleus of Ogtv. 7 people started the work, which we are now seeing today.
In 1997, when my first company as general manager, the first challenge I had was that the transmitters that were installed at that time were very old. and we could barely transmit 3 hours a day. Coupled with the fact that we didn't have enough money because we were not generating revenue. We manage our staffing position very well because I believe that you don't employ people except you need them to work. It's not. It's a place where everybody has to be fully utilized.
Ogtv started by introducing new innovations in broadcasting. Ogtv started the weekend television, whereby it will run from Friday. Most stations will open at about 5 o'clock at that time, not in the morning, at 5 o'clock, and close at midnight or past 11. But Ogtv will start at that time at 5 o'clock, I think, p.m. and will not close until Monday morning, early Monday morning, because it was running the first in Nigeria what was called weekend television. Ogtv also began breakfast television. That at that time when it would open in the morning, early in the morning. Of course, I during the weekends.
After the successful completion of its site at Kilometer 9 Olabisi Onabanjo Way, Ajebo Road, Abeokuta, it was indeed a dream come true for the Ogun State Governor, Chief Olabisi Onabanjo, and triumph of hard work and commitment for the task force. The official commissioning of the broadcasting house was graced by the legendary leader and visionary icon, Chief Obafemi Awolowo. Some of the Ogtv pioneering staff share their experience.
Ogtv as a concept was novel then because you had the NTA as a mammoth television channel in Nigeria, and no states were running TV stations. But I think LTV blazed the trail, and then BCOS. So it was during the Onabanjo administration, and the UPN government then felt that they needed their own channels to be able to project their government. They were fighting against the NPN government then, and that was how Ogtv came about.
I was the first copper, and then there was another lady, Mrs. Agbedaunsi. I think she's a retired principal now. So coming in, as a copper, we were given assignments, by our then Chief Kola Bangbelu. He was in charge of the task force for Ogtv, in creation of the task force for this Ogtv. So we had a place in town. Then they gave us sort of two rooms there. So that's where we started. And we're trying to write out files and opening files for those people that will be coming in here. So after that, I believe a lot of things happened, since it's a new station and fresh from the university. Then there was the enthusiasm, to do some work. So we started, and by the grace of God, we at least I did my best.
Ogtv has this peculiarity, and it makes you to feel good anywhere you go. It makes you to feel on top of a situation anywhere you go. It makes you to be a class that others will be looking at you even up there. And the reason is that everyone that works in Ogtv is given that orientation that you have come to an environment that you don't have to display anything like inferiority complex. They train you, even despite whatever orientation you have brought to the organization. You are well trained with the people on the ground. For example, I was trained by the likes of Bayo Adebi, Tunde Alabi, late Demola Odusanya, Paul Olapion, my mommy, Mrs. Changokunle, and a host of others. And these are gurus, these are well-trained professionals that whatever you think you have as your best, they will give you more experience that will actually make you to become very best.
Festus Kehinde is the Ogtv General Manager.
Ogtv is the first station in Nigeria to start newspaper review on television. It was then so rich because we could afford to read from the front page to back page. Unlike now, where we are being constrained that you can only take the highlight. Then, oh God, even if you look at the presentation, then you want to be part of it. So they had a whole of 1 hour to do newspaper review in both English and Yoruba. So it was so popular. Apart from that, Ogtv was well known for the movies then. And don't forget that we are also the pioneer of weekend television, which we call Ogtv Weekend Treat. They started transmission on Friday, and they will not close until Monday. So what we now have as a 24/7 television broadcast in Nigeria was actually started by Ogtv then. So, and we have programs like Pagboji Maker, The Hot Seat, From the Briefcase, The Executive, Issues, so many. And we're also known for Yoruba drama. We also enter into relationship with those big artists then to have a Arelu on Ogtv. Remember that time when you are transmitting Arelu, there will be nobody, no taxi in town. Everybody will have run home to be able to enjoy Arelu. And the series like that, so many of them.
Mama God, money they cash me. And I am. Money they cash me. I don't become big man. Money they cash me. And I am. Money they cash me. They come the money. They go bring the money. They come the money. They go bring the money.
Ìjẹ̀gbá ni máa ń pera mi.
Ìjẹ̀gbá
alẹ́
ilẹ̀ ìsọ̀túnmọ̀.
Èmi nìkan náà ló dàbẹ̀ ní pé mo jọ mọ ìbílẹ̀ náà ẹ wá pẹ̀lú ẹnu ẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n mi nìkan máa ń gbà bẹ́ẹ̀ pé Ìjẹ̀gbá ni torí ìdajì mi Ẹ̀gbá ni ìdajì kejì Ìjẹ̀bú.
January 1952 àwọn márùn nínú ẹgbẹ́ wa àfaramọ́ ẹgbẹ́ Awólọ́wọ̀ àti Action Group Adedibu òun náà wá lọ sí ẹgbẹ́ alátakò ẹgbẹ́ Insensi bá a ṣe ń bá ìṣèlú lọ láti gbà yẹn títí láwa nínú ẹgbẹ́ Action Group nígbà tó lé nígbà tó rọ̀ kò sígbà kankan tẹ́mi kó ìtìmọ̀ Action Group.
Ogun State Television has a giant mast of 1,750 feet above sea level. The giant mast gives the station an edge over the television stations in the southwest, with signals covering the entire southwest with fringe areas in Edo, Delta, Kogi, Kwara, and Republic of Benin.
It has been
a fact that television has gone through a lot of evolution. Initially, it was the days of 2-inch tape and telecine tapes, then into the days of pneumatic tapes, the low band and the high band pneumatic tapes. We now came to the level of VHS tapes. It's been a lot better off today.
One of the greatest assets of a television station is the immediacy, credibility and acceptability of its news and current affairs programs. Ogtv News is known over the years for its unbiased, balanced news and the acceptability from its teamy viewers. In 1984, the military administrator Brigadier Oladipo introduced the commercialization policy to a television station which had hitherto been into public service oriented. The immediate challenge then was how to break even and make its running costs.
Right from the inception of when the station went commercial, Ogun State had a problem because Abeokuta is in a market valley. And what do I mean by that? That's a Lagos market, that's a Ibadan market. And then there are about 10 advertising markets in Nigeria. Kano, Port Harcourt, Onitsha, we mentioned them. Ogun State is in the market valley. And so we depend more often than not on the Lagos market. Yes, we are doing well before the privatization of broadcasting. There were not many stations, and so Ogtv was it. But with the advent of many stations, the reduction in advertising spend, things became a lot of problems. But despite that, I think Ogtv has been able to rear its head and continue.
Since the inception of the station, former administrators, both civilian and military, contributed immensely to the development of the station.
In the name of God, for the benefit of mankind, and for the good service of this state and Nigeria in particular. Thank you.
On the 25th of January 2018, Ogtv formally migrated to digital platform of DSTV channel 260, GoTV channel 100 and StarTimes channel 113, which means that the station could be accessed anywhere in the world. In 2019, Ogun State Television moved to a new digital studio which enhanced the clarity of the audio and visual aspect of production, enhanced information dissemination, programming, content acquisition, and entertainment of its teeming viewers. The present administration in Ogun State, under the able leadership of Prince Dapo Abiodun, also contributed to the development of the People's Tele in capacity building of staff welfare, content acquisition, and equipment. To confirm its support to the station, a brand new 16-seater bus was recently given to the station.
Since resumption in office, His Excellency has been very concerned about the welfare and the working conditions of Ogun State civil servants, and he has gradually been going through their needs and requests and improving the requirements for our people. His Excellency is a man of his word and continues to deliver on his promises at all times, and we can continue to expect this from him.
We thank His Excellency, President Abiodun, for deeming it fit to answer to Ayinde. We know him as a media-friendly governor. He's not only a workers-friendly governor, but also a media-friendly governor. And he appreciated the fact that our staff should have a privilege of this kind of boss to convey us, to alleviate our transportation problem in Nigeria.
With the support of the people and the state government, Ogun State Television can stand tall among television stations in Nigeria. Now on StarTimes channel 113, GoTV channel 100, DSTV channel 260, web streaming of all the programs on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Windows and other apps.
Ogtv has gone internet. I do watch them on Facebook, on Start Time and some other stations that are of high caliber. So it's not only watched in Abeokuta or in Ogun State alone. I have people that watched it abroad too.
I watch Ogtv, Ogun State Television, wherever I am, whether in Abeokuta or I'm in Lagos. But often at home or in the office, I watch Ogtv. But I think the station has evolved over time. I'm sure that in terms of developmental projection, I'm very sure that Ogtv has really contributed to the development of the town and the state.
Whenever I travel to Lagos or I travel to Abuja, I watch their programs. They have a very clear coverage and very wide coverage. Even people in Benin, out of the country, they do talk about Ogtv. They have wide coverage.
The Lord will continue to uplift Ogtv. I pray that with the new equipment that they have, they will continue to go higher and higher and serve the people of Ogun State and the world in general better.
I rejoice with Ogtv at 39 years of establishment. The station is one of the indigenous television stations in the country. I commend the staff for their hard work and dedication to duties.
Let me congratulate the board, management and staff of Ogtv, State Television, for this 39th anniversary of the station. Ogtv is a station, I would say, as a teenager, I grew up to live and watch. And over the years, I think my admiration and love for the station has not diminished.
Ogtv at 39, I felicitate the board, management and staff of Ogun State Television. In 39 years, you have established yourself not just as a frontline media organization, you have become part of the proud heritage of our state. Indeed, you are a symbol of the leading role of our state and our citizens in the journalism profession. As you clock 39 today, I enjoy you to continue to be more professional, dedicated in the service of the government and the good people of Ogun State. On the part of this administration, President Abiodun government will continue to support you to discharge your duties at the fourth estate of the realm, so that years down the line, you'll continue to grow in leaps and bounds.
Back then in 1981, many of us as kids growing up in the home, we've been used to the Lagos weekend television and of course the Nigerian Television Authority. So it's been more of a monotony of those two TV stations. But suddenly a third option came up in the horizon, and it was Ogtv UHF Channel 25. The euphoria that greeted the coming was such that we were all very happy because we were able to connect with quite a lot of programming that has local content, connecting us more to the grassroots.
Ogtv is one of the state-owned television stations in this country, and it has done this state a lot of good because I recall that as a young man, shortly after leaving secondary school, we relished watching Ogtv, and because it propelled the state as a state of knowledgeable people.
Having achieved so much in the sight and sound business with preparation to move to the next level, how prepared is the state government?
It doesn't assure me that our new 6-camera DSNG Obi-Van will also arrive next year. So I don't think we have anything to worry. And he has even sent 2 emissaries to Ogtv to come and evaluate what we have on ground and then what we are going to need, and what we required to be able to compete effectively in this 21st century. So Ogtv will continue to be relevant. At 39, we are not old because we move with time, and we are sure that we will continue to service the government and the good people of Ogun State, which happen to be our primary constituency.
39 years of existence as a television station, Ogtv has excelled in its tripartite function of informing, educating, entertaining its teeming viewers. With the digital era fast approaching, Ogtv will definitely be a station to watch out for in the digital era.